If you are planning to move to Augusta, Georgia, especially if you are military family, PCS into Fort Gordon, the biggest question you probably have right now is, what is the traffic like? And what is the commute like over there? All right, now, I'm going to answer that today. Today, we are kicking off a brand new series called the Augusta, Georgia Drive and Dive Tour. I'm throwing a live timer at the bottom of the screen, and you're hopping into my passenger seat to ride along with me as we drive from Max Fitness straight to Fort Gordon Gate 1. I'm not showing you a curated highlight reel. You're getting the exact, unedited view of the roads, the commute, and what it's like to navigate Augusta with your favorite local real estate agent. Let's start the clock and hit the road. Thank you for joining me in this episode of the Augusta, Georgia Drive and Dive, where we drive from somewhere in Augusta and to another place in Augusta so that you can get an idea of the landscape in our area. In today's episode, we are leaving Max Fitness, as you can see right in front of me. And we are going to be driving to Fort Gordon, Georgia. If you're relocating to Fort Gordon, Georgia, we are your friends at the Bradley Real Estate Group, Antonio and Jasmin Bradley, husband and wife team. And we do this because we were both ex-military. We bought our first house sight unseen. We're actually deployed in Iraq in 2009, and we bought our first house in 2010, right before we came back. We decided that, hey, while we were over there in deployment, we're going to fix our credit and buy a house. And that is exactly what we did. While we were on leave, my husband Antonio came to Augusta and viewed houses, and then he picked one, and the process was going while we were finishing our tour. And then after that, it's my turn. After that, when we got back, we only had to wait about 2 weeks so that we can actually sign the paperwork, close, and move straight into our house. So we kind of experienced this. It's not just, now we're realtors and now we're like, hey, we want to do exactly what somebody else did for us. So, yeah, with a few tweaks, right? We utilize technology now, where back then it wasn't such thing like, hey, we're going to do Zoom meeting, or I'm going to record a YouTube video and send you the link so that you can, watch the house as many times as possible. Now we have come up with like a few tricks so that we can help you feel a little bit more secure about your investment. Now, if you're watching this and you're not military, or maybe you're not relocating and you're just a local, then we welcome you to our page, welcome you to our channel. I don't know, maybe you're watching this for ASMR, or just because you'd like to hear me yap about different things in my life. But I figured, like, hey, when I was thinking about these episodes, like the Augusta, Georgia Drive and Dive, I was thinking like, hey, I want the audience, whoever it is that decides that they're going to watch this episode, to feel like they're my friend and they're sitting right on the passenger seat, commuting, going to and from somewhere in Augusta to you just talk to me, just have a chat, talk about different things, whether it's real estate, maybe a little bit of splash of personal in there, but I try to keep it professional, mostly real estate, but just so that you could get to know me, and then we could become friends. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. Now, the interesting part is that I could sit here and actually talk to you the whole way. I will not run out of things to talk about. Yeah, that's why it's so funny, because my mom always said, girl, I already knew it. Whatever profession you got into, you was going to be talking. Because when you were little, you would talk, and you would never shut up. That's my mama talking to me. She's so sweet. I'm still scared of her though. But yeah, we just got on 520. So that area we just left where Max Fitness is. By the way, why Max Fitness? Because that's my favorite gym. There are other great gyms in the area, but that's where I go. I'm a professional. Well, I am claiming to be a professional bodybuilder, but really I don't have my pro card yet. My husband Antonio has his pro card. He is truly a professional bodybuilder. He's an IFBB pro, and I am on my way. So hopefully one day you're going to look at this video and say, oh, she actually achieved that goal. She got that card. In the meantime, right now I don't have it yet, but I'm already claiming it. I'm a professional bodybuilder, just so you know. So, but we just got on 520. We are on the way to Fort Gordon. Now, let me tell you something about Fort Gordon, because if you look it up on AI is behind a little bit, but I'm gonna give you the inside scoop. Fort Gordon, the name changed to Fort Eisenhower. And so if you look it up in AI, it might come up still and be like, oh, the name changed from Fort Gordon to Fort Eisenhower. And then you got to tell it like, no, my realtor, Jasmin Bradley, told me that they changed the name back to Fort Gordon. And then AI is going to be like, my apologies, you are correct. The name did change back to Fort Gordon to honor the 5-star Medal of Honor recipient, something Gordon. Now, I don't know his first name. That's a dang shame. But his last name was Gordon. And they changed the name now to reflect him, to honor him. So the name went from Fort Gordon to Fort Eisenhower back to Fort Gordon. So just to let you know, now you're smarter than AI, okay? But anyways, back to what I was talking about. 520 on the way to Fort Gordon. So if you're going to be taking this route, then this is your exit here. The Fort Gordon exit is what you want to take. Anyways, ooh, that's why you got to pay attention when you're driving. I promise y'all, I have this little stand in my, it's not a stand, it's like this magnet thing that is suctioned to my windshield, and that's how I'm able to do these videos, so that you can kind of see as I'm driving, hands-free, still recording. Got my little DJI mic on. Just finished my workout. I am actually training for a show right now. I did a bodybuilding show May 16, and it was good. I got 5th place. 5th place on the master side, and masters is anybody over 35 plus is considered masters. So I turned 40, so I did a show and I got masters over 40. I got 5th place. Like I told you earlier, I'm going for that professional bodybuilding card. So I gotta go back, and my feedback was I'm very pleased with my physique and my growth. If you go to my personal Instagram page, Jasmin Fit Realtor, you can actually see the before and after pictures. And I'm very pleased. I'm pleased with my physique, with the growth that we've had, the muscle we've built. But I needed to lean out a little bit more. And lean is not skinny. Lean just means like, hey, there's a little bit of fat that you're still holding on to that you need to shed. Now, why bodybuilding? Why in the world would you put yourself through that, even though like you're already busy? And I did that, honestly, my journey is for discipline. I did that for discipline. My husband and I were both in the military, like I said before, and we were fit when we got out. And then we started real estate, and real estate, we are very passionate about real estate. We love our job, and we just got very, very out of hand because we would go, wake up, hustle, forget to eat. Then when we did eat, we would just go crazy and eat anything first thing on site, eating burgers on the way to listing appointments. And that, obviously it catches up, right? It doesn't matter how fast your metabolism is, it's gonna catch up. So we decided like, hey, Lord, you know what? I need help. I need discipline and I need structure. And if I have a structure, I can do anything. So bodybuilding just seems to be the way that the Lord led me. And bodybuilding really gave me the confidence and the physique that I was looking for so I can maintain it while doing real estate. So now I have two passions. Super excited. So anyways, we are in Gordon Highway right now. This is a long highway. You can go all the way to South Carolina with this, and you can go all the way up to Harlem with this. It's a long, long road. And to the left, my friends, is the 2 lanes that will take you straight to Fort Gordon, the main gate, gate 1. This street in front of us is called Jimmy Dice, and to the left is where you will go if you were going to Fort Gordon. All right, since this is a red light, I'm going to take the opportunity to take this off and show you a little bit here. Fort Gordon is right there. That's your gate. I'm on my way home because my lovely self and my amazing husband, we have an open house that we're hosting today. So I will see you on the next episode of Drive and Dive, Augusta, Georgia Drive and Dive Tour. As you can tell from Bobby Jones, which is where Max Fitness is, it's about 10 minutes, 10 minutes to get to Fort Gordon, Gate 1. And what's in Bobby Jones, why is that important? A lot of stuff is there. Not everything. Washington Road is the main road here. But Bobby Jones has your Sam's Club. It has your Walmart. It has, obviously, my favorite gym. There's another gym that Antonio goes to that's hidden. It's more of a bodybuilder gym. He goes and trains with a trainer there. And that's called I3. It's a very old school bodybuilder type of gym. You have your, like your window area there. Home Depot, Lowe's. And there's some restaurants and mostly fast food in there. But yeah, Bobby Jones is probably going to be a very important area for you whenever you relocate to Fort Gordon, or if you're a local, that's your spot. All right, this is Jasmin Bradley with the Bradley Real Estate Group. Please subscribe, like, or, you know, if you're interested in continuing to watching this, the Augusta, Georgia Drive and Dive Tour, where you just sit down with your homegirl and we talk while we drive from point A to point B, that's going to be in our playlist, Augusta, Georgia Home Tour and Neighborhood Walkthrough playlist that is linked at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a blessed day.